Stellar Blade LARPer clowned on after they exposed themselves?
Okay, so it seems like recently there's been a little bit of an update with the whole Stellar Blade situation. Now,
Oh god, not again.
This has kind of blown up quite a bit in terms of some drama to do with some people over on Twitter, as well as a situation, as we covered in the last one, about people targeting the game through Visa and MasterCard and kind of doing the same thing that happened with Collective Shout. If you guys remember that, obviously they were targeting a lot of games, a lot of NSFW games and stuff like that, by trying to get them taken down through these payment processes. And
I mean, like, then again, like, how is like Stellar Game considered as an NSFW? Like, is there any like a lot of skin exposure, or I don't know, like some explicit images that's shown in game? How is this considered NSFW? Like, of course, like she's wearing clothes, and at the same time, if you complain about the curves and other stuff, there's other games, like pretty much a lot of games have done this, and they pretty much considered as SFWs. What are they talking about? Like reporting this for MasterCard and Visa is kind of cringe.
And they essentially forced storefronts to remove them from their stores, right? And it is pretty crazy. And of course, yeah, we covered this post here the other day saying some Stellar Blade fans spotted that some users over on a forum website called Reset Error and other groups are reporting the game to payment companies like Visa and MasterCard. They want to boycott the game all over the fact of this character Evie here. A lot of people don't like her or don't like the character design or whatever, and they even go as far as saying that you're like a PDF or something if you like this character.
Bro, isn't like in the first, okay, like in the first Stellar game, they actually mocap or like 3D scanned a real person. It's probably specifically what is it, like the game creator's wife, or I don't know, like correct me in the comments, but they actually like reference at a real person. And it could be they referenced a real person for Evie as well. So you're telling me that like people liking like this type of stuff is a PDF. So basically, like petite women doesn't exist, especially like in the Asian kind,
which I think is absolutely crazy. And again, people have blown this way out of proportion to the point where they're taking time out of their day to go to places like Visa and MasterCard and try to, report the game, which I think, you got way too much time on your hands if you are doing that, right?
Critically online.
And of course, there has been a lot of people kind of commenting on it, including this one person here called Yorch Torch Games, who, has been getting a lot of heat after a pretty mix-up of opinions, I would say, where it seems like he's saying, I don't want followers who find this character attractive. And again, a lot of people have been very unhappy, saying, I'm going to sell so many copies, saying, nah, friend slob like Mecha Chameleon will easily beat your sales. Saying, what are you doing, bro? Saying, watch and learn. Saying, what's your opinion on Lily? Saying, excellent secondary character. Which I think is crazy because Stellar Blade has had a very similar character model as we've seen previously with Lily, right? Within the game. Okay. And apparently this one's okay, but this one isn't, which I think is kind of crazy. You kind of like almost contradicted yourself in the replies there.
Wait, so basically, so you can have like attractive people or attractive women on game as long as they're not the main character, if I get that right. So I guess that, so what their point of view is that the main character should be like for me, like I don't have any problems of like who is the main character as long as the story is good, but having like specifically like having like the main character be ugly, yeah, that doesn't sell that much. But Jesus Christ. But yeah, it's kind of crazy though. Like you have to like specify things that, or else that it might consider problematic, or you might call by a certain title or something. But if it's like a secondary character, if like if the character is secondary and also an attractive person or a beautiful person in that matter, and yeah, nobody bats an eye. Like holy.
Literally, like, right, people were so confused. At least you answered, and saying, okay, that makes so much sense. You really are just retarded. Saying literally the same age range, hypocrite. The fact you cry over a character is attractive or not, just shows you're not a gamer and you're just idiotic. Saying literally the same age range, early to mid 20s, bro is actually lobotomized. Like literally everybody's just, yeah, clowning on him because it's crazy to say that, you know, you hate this, but apparently this is an excellent secondary character, right? It's like that's so wild. And again, saying, don't worry, we're not your garbage posts, just keep popping up in our feeds. So lots of people have been editing them into GTA and stuff. Saying, I'm gonna be honest, you might have stuck with me, lol. I do want women in games to look attractive, but I don't want short hair. Which again,
valid.
Short hair's fine. I think it looks good. And again, a lot of people have been covering it. Obviously, Chibi Reviews says here, this is a character from the first game, but I haven't heard any complaints. I'm astonished by your recent takes on Stellar Blade. It undermines your entire stance on anti-censorship. And yeah, there was this whole thing earlier on as well that we covered in the last video of, you know, him kind of almost supporting the, you know, whole Visa and MasterCard stuff that was going on with Stellar Blade, despite being so anti-censorship, which I think is just crazy because that just contradicts, you know, the points that he's been making beforehand. Saying Lucy, the extraordinary secondary character from the original Stellar Blade, beautiful, inspiring, tomboyish, great comparison to Eve and Adam, which of course I think is, you know, insane. So that's not Lucy, that's Lily. They got the name wrong. So the rumors are true. You didn't play the game. I'm sorry, but your double standards are getting out of hand.
Bro's getting outed. Oh man, man, the amount of tourism, I swear, and also like the LARPers.
To take seriously, I think you need to sit this one out before it gets worse for you. So, bro, even messed up the name of the character, which I had to like, bro, it's crazy. And again, they are literally the same, you know, character as well. Saying Stellar Blade Lucy, which again, oh, okay, so they've searched this up on a thing. And it seems like the picture that he used for Lily is the picture that comes up when you search Lucy and not Lily. So there's not even like a typo. They just searched up Stellar Blade Lucy, found that image and just put Lucy, even though they're not called Lucy, they're called Lily. I mean, come on, like this really shows like the level of, you know, people that are kind of going after Stellar Blade and, you know, the intellectual level,
they are getting cooked.
I guess, in terms of like the fact that, hey, you know, it's very clear that you haven't played the game if you don't know the name of the character being Lily, not Lucy, right? So why are we commenting on the game if you can't even get one of the characters' names right? Yeah, it's insane. It's a Chibi, the Grifted Larper, never played Stellar Blade. He called Lily Lucy, the excellent secondary character, saying Lucy, extraordinary secondary character. So yeah, I think it's crazy, saying he's a fraud, that's what's up. So yeah, obviously a lot of people have been gonna go crazy. I feel like Shift Up got bullied to tone down and erase the biological traits that defines women's uniqueness, which again, I guess, but of course, I still think, you know, the character looks good. And again, as I said, these are two very similar characters, right? In terms of the style of it, they both got the short hair, both, you know, younger looking and around the same age range, I would say, in terms of characters. And yeah, apparently some people like one, but they don't like the other. I don't even know what to say, right?
Like most of the times, like this pretty much like the classic way. Like they pick and choose on which battle they want to fight, just to get their point across. Even though like sometimes like their arguments most of the times will just fall off because they just pick and choose. Like what the frick.
One grifter cries censorship, while the other saying it's a good thing when he thought Risa Era snitched to payment processors against Shift Up and Stellar Blade Blood Rain. The other also cries censorship while saying loudly and proudly the collective shout was not extreme enough.
Jesus
Is it any
Christ.
wonder that both George and John seem to be the only ones who can tolerate each other when every bridge they made burned within moments? birds of a feather and also based. So obviously, yeah. I'm saying everyone knows I'm against reporting games to payment processors, but in the case of Stellar Blade Blood Rain, Shift Up is the solely responsible for the whole EV debacle. So yeah, of course, kind of supporting that. Then Collective Shout when Mask off, they stand for some blank, not all blank. They're literally just Gouda women who demand blank their way. Gross, ban all blank. Which I think, yeah, obviously it's interesting. Then there's also
like, all right. For all the clinically online people, I just want to say, or pretty much like a public service announcement. If you don't like the game, and if you don't like the main character, it's pretty simple. Just don't play the game, or don't even care about the game. Don't be going around being a fun police, just to be the upper hand of other people who just wants to oh yeah, I just want to play this game because it looks cool, the main character is cool, and not being just, oh no, they like this, oh no, look at, they are a bunch of gooners, yeah, I'm gonna report them to MasterCard or Visa just to ruin their fun because I'm just a horrible human being. Grow up. How would you live yourself that, I mean you don't actually live a good life, but holy crap. Can you just be normal for once and don't yuck on someone's yum? Yeah. Don't be a freaking party pooper.
This gem, and it seems like, yeah, now this has become a huge meme. And it's quite funny to see him get called out now for getting the character's name completely wrong, and kind of exposing themselves as a tourist, right, or exposing themselves as someone who's never played the game. And I don't know, it's funny. It's just funny because this is someone that's been so heavily against it, and kind of changed up their opinions, whatever, and have been very vocal about Stellar Blade, despite not even knowing one of the main characters' names in the game. Obviously they're a secondary character, but let's be real, if you played the game, you know their name. They're not like some random NPC within the game. They are still a very important part, which I think obviously is quite funny. And now I think this is going to be one of the screenshots that are going to circulate for a very long time, especially whenever it comes to this particular drama, right? Because, only 2,000 people, it seems, have seen this, as you can see from the views on the actual reply itself. But once more people get their hands on it and more people start spreading it, as they already have started to do, I mean, they're just going to get called out big time on literally anything that they post about Stellar Blade. How can someone take you seriously whenever you don't even know the characters' names, right? And it's very clear that you don't know the characters' names. It's not just a typo. It's not just a quick slip up. This is something where, obviously, as someone put down in the comments or wherever it was, which one was it? Somewhere, I forgot where it was. But essentially, as they said, it's someone that, you had to search this in the wrong way to actually find that image in the first place, which I think is just absolutely hilarious. So it's down here, isn't it? So yeah, you can see that image right there. If you search up Lucy instead of Lily, which is the wrong name, then her name isn't even Lucy Lamau. He basically admitted he didn't play the game all those years. F off you, a grifting asshole. You don't even know her name and you say you're a fan of the series, LARPer. Which again, I think this is just hilarious, right? But yeah, I think it's so funny. I just kind of wanted to share this with you because, again, it's just a little bit of an update in terms of the whole Stellar Blade situation. But if you guys did enjoy it, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also, go to GameStop, use my code Kaza, get 10% off again. They got a ton of really cool stuff over there. Definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, see you guys in the next.
All right, that was a good video, but yeah, it's time to just bring back gatekeeping. I know it's bad, but in this time of need, we definitely need to bring back gatekeeping, because holy crap, the amount of tourists with just being a LARPer for some reason, try to dictate or try to correct the other people who actually played the game that they're wrong and they're right. Yeah, bring back gatekeeping. Great video, by the way.